to get in a little deeper, and every brick mattered to me.
Wow.
I'm just that type of guy.
Well, see, Anthony, what makes you really stand out? Tell us interesting details like wacky jobs or hobbies or interests or awards.
Well, I tell you something real funny. A lot of jobs that I've worked in my life, I've just worked them just to see how it felt. I always wondered, what would it feel like to be a security guard in the middle of the night? I worked a security job at the airport. In the middle of the night, it was the graveyard shift. And coming from that job, I was looking to go into a job with the airline as a flight attendant. And at that time, I had to travel to Texas to go for, I think it was like the third phase of the interview. And I was working the night job, which got off at 8 o'clock. And the flight they had given me was set for 8:10 a.m. at the gate that I was working at. I was able to get in the bathroom and do a quick change, and I ran to the gate a few minutes early. And when I got to the gate, it was 8 a.m. No plane. The plane had left early.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I've done all types of jobs. A lot of customer service work because I love working with people in the financial area. I've done work in the arts, all facets of the arts, behind the camera, in front of the camera, behind the stage, set design, clothing design, costume design. Yeah, I've done quite a bit, yeah.
So, getting back to recipes, where do you get your recipes?
Well, my recipes.
Do you get them from family or friends, cookbooks, TV?
I get recipes
and your poison.
I get recipes off the television, from books. I get them from family members. Sometimes there are even people that I know who I'm helping, like clean one of their family members' houses, and they're throwing away things, and I come across a recipe book of their family's recipes. I just gather them from everywhere, and I just go crazy with them.
So how do you put your own personal twist on Anthony's recipes?
Well, it goes in just like when I'm working artistically with a visual arts. Using whatever type of medium, there's a flow, and sometimes you just get in the sync. You get in the flow of what feels right. You know, a pinch of this, a little bit of that. Let me try this because this seems like this is going to bring out a flavor. This is going to bring a more robust flavor or a milder tone. It just, you know, it's a feel, just a feel.
So, Anthony, complete this sentence. You ready?
Yes.
If I were an ingredient, I would be...
Muy caliente!
And why?
I would be like habanero, baby. Kick it up 10 notches. I'll be the one to make that dish jump off the plate.
Oh, good.
But also bring a flavor without bringing that heavy spice. However you use a habanero.
Awesome. So what are your 3 original baking ingredients and decorating tips that demonstrate your baking and cooking knowledge?
Okay, well, ingredients. One of them that became very favorable with me in the last couple of years is dulce de leche. The making of it, the use of it, you know, I use it with a nice flowing caramelly feel. I like to even use a darker, thicker dulce de leche for some things. I have a bean pie that I created, a dulce de leche bean pie that gives a nice caramelization and a nice undertone flavor. It's not overbearing, but a wonderful flavor. It's like an acoustic delight.
Still, I am hungry.
And still.
So, yeah.
Now the uses, you did say 3.
That was one.
That was one.
Okay, go ahead. Number 2.
Do.
Do.
That would be layers, layers, layers. It's all about layers and constructing a cake design. Not just layers in terms of cakes, that's obvious, but in terms of coloration. That comes from, once again, my artistic background, using the different layers to bring realism. And I really like that realism feel when designing and doing coloration. That's my own word there, coloration. So
Coloration, I like
yeah,
it.
you can use it though. You're welcome.
Can I borrow that?
You can borrow it, sure thing.
Oh, thank you very much.
But I use layers and layers to bring out a more realistic tone and a feel that has a lot of depth in it.
So number 3 would be?
Well, number 3, there is a special technique that I use when building a cake. And that special technique is everything that I've learned in the past. Everything that I learned from construction and that I've learned from doing set design. There are things, contraptions that can be put together to bring not just an angular cake, but something that can be whimsical, something that can be fancy-free. You can using SugarWorks, where you can take it to another level. Integrating, not just keeping them separated. So you see a lot of people use layers of cakes and then they put things on top, and then the sugar usually is on top, or either a separate piece or whatever. But to integrate all of them, intertwine as one, to produce, once again, layers and layers of effects. I'm looking forward to doing a special project I have in my head.
So would you say that would sum up your baking and culinary point of view?
I would say pretty much. But once again, my mind is open, I'm always learning, and I'm always willing to go